It's day 37. Headed back to the trail and do a little bit of a road walk to get to it. Whew. Foggy out this morning. Oh my goodness, sorry, going uphill. If you're coming down or going up and want to get dropped off, look for Doug Gap Battle Park. That's going to be the closest, I think, little area to park. Right after you get off the trail and start the road walk. Oh, we got a view. Whew. Look at that.
That's pretty.
That is pretty. Very pretty. Still heading to the top of our first climb today. About half a mile. It's kind of pretty with the fog rolling through.
No fog? Fog.
Up there, that's our top for today.
One of them.
One of them. Yeah, but this is the bigger one, I think. Oh, goodness. Reached the top of our climb. Well, this one. You travel Communication Tower Road. It is blocked off, so don't think you can just drive up here. Goodness. Communication towers. Anyways, we go left right there. Going through a little rock area. Thankfully, the trail is actually pretty nice. Little rocks here and there. Nothing horrible.
A little wet this morning.
A little wet this morning. Oh, that's pretty. It is super pretty up here, even in the fog. Wish I could, I mean, there's views. We're kind of, obviously the fog has them socked in, but it's still pretty up here, even in the fog. What is this?
Almost like a picker box.
Or a geocache. But why would it be right there? Should we open it up? Well, the rocks did return, but definitely not as bad as Alabama. So we're still happy about that.
Yeah, tent site at point 4.
We got a little bit of a view up here. Just been walking along the top of the ridge. Kind of socked in by trees. I know it doesn't really show on camera, but this has been a very beautiful section of trail.
Point 1.
Another little view. We are about a little over 2.5 miles in. 1 hour. Oh, jeez. I'd be tripping. Anyways, a little over 2.5 miles in at 1.5 hours. We're gonna stop at this. There's a little campsite up here and just have a little snack break. And our pace right now is we're keeping steady at about 2 miles per hour. I'm sure it could go quicker if I'd stop stopping to take pictures of a million things, but that's what I do. So this is the first campsite that you'll come to going Sobo out of Dalton. Huge fire ring with trash. You could set up a couple of tents over here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a little snacky snack. This is one of the viewpoints. Unfortunately, there's trees. Whew. Onward.
Yep, you're at 3 point.
So I don't know if y'all can see like all the what looks like water down there. God, gosh, you can't really see it through the trees, but see all that white stuff kind of looks like water? Yeah, that's not water. We thought it was water. Those are buildings. It's the top of buildings. Optical illusion there. Just came off a real steep downhill. That would have really sucked going up because it sucked coming down. The problem with backpacking after a hard rain, but also good, is there's water everywhere. But also, the trail itself has been a river at points, or a little creek, but this is not normally a water source. It's not listed on far out, but look at how much water is coming down that. Like I said, the trail has turned into a creek, but we are going up that way. There's a little pond there right now. We don't go that way though. Just a little bit better view of the trail. Yes, that is the trail where the water is. We got lots of rain. Yeah, every time I reach for this camera, step on the rock and twist. Usually my ankle. This time I tweaked my back. Oh, goodness. Anyways, this is what the trail looks like right now. Coming down off of our second climb. I think we have one more climb and then we'll be at camp. So if you look right, where am I? Right there. You can see some communication towers. We have hiked all that back to where you can't see and come around, and now we're here.
Morning, afternoon, I guess. I don't know. Sun shining, so whatever. Mileage check, we've done 6 miles, 6.19 miles in 3 hours and 47 minutes. So not bad. A little hilly, a little wet, a little cool. But all in all, we're getting her done. Check you later.
All right, making our way down off of our third climb of the day. And then what? We only have a small climb to the campsite, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
3 more miles, 4 more miles.
Yeah, 3.5. We'll say 3.5 more miles to the campsite, and then we're done for the day. This section has been pretty rocky. First, we didn't think, not Alabama rocky, but still makes it a little bit more slow going than I'd like. But it is what it is. Still making our way to camp. We're getting there. Walking a gravel road that's more like a little creek right now. Trying to not get our feet wet, because we don't want our shoes to freeze overnight. It's supposed to be a hard freeze down into the 20. Yeah, see, ways up there. You see this creek? It's not a creek. It's the trail. And we're trying very carefully not to get our feet wet. So we're walking on the side, but the side is very mushy and sometimes we sink. And that's not fun. I don't know if y'all can see how fast that's flowing or how big it is, but we're pretty sure we have to cross that.
Somewhere.
Yep. And it's usually just a small creek. Right now it's raging like a river. It's crazy, just look at that flow. Well, we have to cross this. Somehow without getting our shoes wet. There's just no way.
Well, here we are. Nutty's gonna ford this little stream crossing here, and we all know this water is gonna be cold. So I think that's cold. I think that's really cold. If I had to guess, I would say that's really cold. Cold? All right, I love you.
My camp shoes bit the dust, so because I didn't bring my Crocs, I brought those sandals and they didn't last. Thankfully, he has Crocs, so he won't feel all the sharp, pointy rocks that I just had to endure. Or waiting for him to get up. Look at that pretty little waterfall that's not usually there. You just gotta do it.
I don't wanna. Oh my God, Jesus H. freaking holy Mother Mary and Joseph freaking wolf. Oh, I can't feel my balls. Oh, oh, that was cold. Cold. Look at the waterfall.
I know.
Pretty.
We have to cross this stupid thing again. Like, and that other crossing was just right there. And now we got to cross it again right here. Wait for him to get across.
All right, stream crossing number 2. It's just as cold as the last one. All right, now let's find a place to dry our feet off and put our shoes back on.
No, we got one more. That wasn't even the one that was on the stupid map.
Uh-oh.
In case you're wondering, I cannot feel my feet at all. And they're super red. He's going ahead to look to see where the next crossing is, because I'm just slowly making my way barefoot right now through the forest. Another waterfall.
All right, here goes Nutty Hiker for the 3rd stream crossing. Just so you know, these stream crossings suck. They're about calf deep. And that water is probably, I don't know, I would venture to say probably in the 30s. And I'm lucky. I have Crocs on. she's doing it barefoot because her camp shoes broke and we haven't been able to find any more. Everywhere we went, we haven't been able to find any like Crocs or anything. So she's toughing it. She's really toughing it. That's my wife. She's a tough girl. I love her. We think this is the last one.
That's my man putting up the tent. Something I wanted to mention, because I know somebody's probably going to say something. I was getting ready to export this video so I could upload it, and Suspenders did offer for me to wear his Crocs during those crossings. I declined. I walk around barefoot most of the time anyway, and so the bottom of my feet are a lot tougher than his are, and that's why I declined. I just I just felt it would be better if he wore them instead of me, but he did offer. He did try to get me to take the Crocs, and I would not do it. So anyways, just wanted to put that out there for anybody that before somebody said something. It was a rough day today.
Very rough.
I think I broke 3 of my toes right at camp. I kept my my shoes off because we were crossing over like right after those streams, and I had just crossed over the one that's right before camp and wasn't paying attention, and there was a rock in the middle of the trail, of course, and a large one. It was one that when you kicked it, it don't move. Well, I kicked it with my bare feet, and Jerry could tell something was wrong. Anyways, we're gonna see what it looks like in the morning, but we did 12 miles today, pretty darn close to it, in 7.5 hours.
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Yeah, about 7.5 hours. It's supposed to get down to like 20 tonight, so we're hunkered down and probably getting ready to call it a early night. So until next time, hike on.